the reason why the IMF and the World Bank, particularly for developing countries, are so important, because what I said earlier, the interest rates are low. Like it's concessional financing, it's very low. It isn't as expensive as commercial, which is just a disaster. But then the flip side of it, as I mentioned before, is they'll give you conditionalities, and these conditionalities will be two bases mostly. These conditionalities will be on your revenue side, that they'll need you to be able to collect a certain amount of revenue so that they can believe you're worthy of getting that loan. And then they'll be also on the expenditure side, where they'll want you to cut costs. Sasa, as I mentioned before, on the revenue side, shida ni the IMF and the World Bank don't care about equity, they don't care about fairness, they only care about efficiency, right? They just care about collecting the revenue, they don't care about how. So they'll normally influence our countries to really impose this very, what we call regressive or unfair taxes. Ni taxes zenye, so like normally ideally tax is supposed to be imposed on you according to your level of income. If I'm being paid, let's say 100K, I should not be paying the same amount of taxes as msemenyana earn 10,000K per month, sindio? So normally, like personal income taxes take into account how much you're earning, and then they tax you according to the level that you're earning. But then, with the IMF, and what happens with our governments is, because they're after efficiency and they don't care about fairness, they'll go for the taxes that are the easiest to collect. And some of the easiest taxes to collect is consumption taxes. Unaenda hapa kwa inaitwaje Shell, you put fuel in your car, what will you pay? Fuel levy, right? You go to a supermarket, you buy rice, what will you pay? You pay VAT. But the problem is, a mama mboga is paying the same amount for that rice in terms of tax, the VAT, like 16%, and I am paying, who might be earning more, the same amount, and that's not fair. Are we on the same page there? So that's the problem with how the IMF pretty much influences our domestic tax.